to the details now. Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani will arrive in Delhi today on a two-day visit. During the visit, the Afghan President will hold close consultations on key issues with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The two countries are expected to give a boost to the defence ties. Announcing the visit, the External Affairs Ministry said that discussions between the leaders will cover a wide range of matters of mutual interest. The Afghan President, during his working visit, will also interact with business community in Delhi. Amritpal Singh is joining us to get us more on that. Amrit, the Afghanistan President will be on a two-day visit to India, and he is to meet the Indian Prime Minister today. Give us more. What will be the agenda when the two leaders meet?
Well, the Foreign Office is calling them close consultations. They will have an extended meeting, after which we could expect some agreements to be signed. The Prime Minister is also hosting a lunch for him. So this is indicative of the fact that, Afghanistan has a wish list of military equipment that it wants from India. It is a strategic partner. We signed the strategic partnership with them since 2011, and we've been strategic partners. But for varied reasons of geopolitics, we shied away from providing them extended military equipment. Though we've been training about 800 Afghan soldiers and officers in various of our, training academies, military training academies here. We provided them 4 Mi-25 attack helicopters, but Afghanistan clearly wants more lethal weaponry. India is softening up on that, has opened up on that, so we could expect deals to be signed on that. It could range from guns to, Mi-25 gunships to spares of Soviet-era transport helicopters and planes. So in the strategic affair, and also understand that this visit of President Ghani comes in the backdrop of rising and stepped-up attacks by the Taliban. So India is concerned about the security situation there because it impacts the whole region. So given that, we could expect agreements in the field of, security and defense, and also some other agreements like the multilateral vehicles transport or ancillary agreements. But essentially the focus would be on strengthening the defense and strategic ties.
All right, Amrit, the deepening cooperation and the bilateral ties between India and Afghanistan has been witnessed at different fora at different levels, whether it's about, inaugurating the Afghan Parliament complex or the Afghan-India Friendship Dam, the Salma Dam. And today, once again, the meeting between both the leaders, the Afghan President, Dr. Ghani, and Prime Minister Modi is going to be another step forward in the India-Afghanistan ties.
Yes, it is another step forward. As I said, one, the security, the other is trade. But the problem, he's also addressing a business meeting after the lunch with the Prime Minister. But the problem with the trade really is that Afghanistan is a landlocked country. One transit to that is through Pakistan. But Pakistan does not, its behavior is not very encouraging. In fact, President Ghani, in a significant statement on the eve of his visit to India, said that, he warned Pakistan that unless you allow transit through Wagah, they could stop their access to Central Asia. So that was a significant statement. But Pakistan, given its stubborn attitude, does not want to do that. Now, the other way is through the Chabahar port. And when we saw Prime Minister visit Tehran in May, there was a trilateral between Tehran, Kabul and New Delhi in Iran, where a trilateral agreement was signed. India built the Zaranj-Dilaram road. You talked about the Salma Dam and the potential it has for the agriculture and boosting the economy there. We have trade ties for about $684 million, but that's really a modest sum. We are one of the largest donors, give them $2 billion. We have given them $2 billion aid in the past 10 years.
Yes.
We're heavily involved in reconstruction projects there. But as I said, the problem with private businesses, establishing themselves there or investing there is that unless the security environment changes, businesses wouldn't be keen to go ahead and do that. So I think President Ghani on his part would be reassuring the Indian business community that they're doing their level best to get the investment climate fine and the security climate fine. As I said, transit is a long-drawn process which governments and states at their own level are indeed working towards.
All right, Amrit, thanks very much for sharing those details with us. We'll, of course, be touching base with you through the day today on Afghan President Ashraf Ghani's visit to India. Of course, Prime Minister Modi had earlier said as well that India is committed to the development work and the peace and stability in the region there in Afghanistan. We'll keep